Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, AI Practitioner. Today I will talk to you about skills. So today I will show you how skills works in Claude Code and all about skills, how you can use the inbuilt Claude Code skills, how you can manually create the skills, and how you can use the skill creator skills to create skills using Claude Code. So this is all about skills I will show you today. But before doing that, we should know what is skills. So skills is basically a set of instructions that we are giving to Claude Code to do some specific task, or you can say it's like a recipe. So if you are making a cake, you have a recipe, right? So if you give the recipe to the Claude Code, it will use that recipe every time. So we will put those instructions or a recipe in a file called called skill.md. It's a markdown file, and then we tell Claude to use that skill to do that specific task. So that is what skills is. So I will show you now how we can use that skills. There are some inbuilt skills as well, and I will show you how to create skills manually as well. So let's start it. So let me go to the Claude. So this is my Claude, and if I say like slash plugin, so you see these are the plugins, or these are the skills. Basically these are the inbuilt skills. So if I say, instead of plugin, if I say slash skills, enter, you see these are all the inbuilt skills comes with the Claude, and algorithm, brand, canvas design, Claude API. So these are the skills. So if you want to check how these skills are, the files I mean, so you can go to the folder. So let me show you skills. Okay, here. So let me put it here. So you see this is the skills folder, and you these are all the inbuilt skills with the Claude. So this is the same one that I showed you here. So if you go on each folder, so for example, let me go to canvas design. So this is one of the skill, and this is the skill file. So this should be the same pattern. Like if you create your own skill, you should have a skill file with markdown source file as a type. So let me open this in Notepad plus plus. So here is my Notepad plus plus. So this is the skill. If you see the name of the skill, the descriptions of the skill, and what these skills are doing. So you see there are instructions for creating design philosophy, and how this skill work, how it will create, understand. So this is the inbuilt skills that created by Anthropic that we can use in our Claude Code. So let's try to use these first. Then I will show you how we can create manually as well. So in these skills, so let me use one of the skill. Okay. So for example, let me use the canvas design, or let me use front end design. So let me go back, make it bigger. So front end design. Okay. So if you just click slash front, it will open your front end design skill. So just click enter. So it's basically loading the skill. So it will take few seconds to load the skill. You see, so to loading skill, just click slash and the name of the skill, and you see it says, "I'm ready to help you create a distinctive production grade front end interface. What would you like to build? Please share." So now we can give the prompt to use these skills. So for example, let me create, for example, create me a front create me a front end website design for a dog adoption store. Just random, you can give any prompt. So create me a front end website design for a dog adoption store. So let me see. So I'm expecting a website page, front end page, that's for a dog adoption store, and it will use this front end design skill. So you see it's created the index.html file. It's asking me to create this file. Okay, yes. Okay, so this is done. So if you see, I created a complete production grade dog adoption website with a warm, playful, retro inspired aesthetic. Here is what's it's included. So these are the design features, what is included in section. So everything is included. So let's check that. This index.html file. So it should be in this folder. So let me go there. Ellipsis, clip. Okay, here. So let me just let me see dog. Okay, here dog adoption. So here is the index.html. Let me open this. So here is the website. You see, using skills so nicely it created this website design. Wow. It has all the sections, all the screenshots. So if you go our docs, how it works, details, contacts. So using skills, you can use any skills and it will do the job. So here I created this website using front end skills. So this is how you can use the inbuilt skills. So if I go here, skills again, you can use any of the skills and you can, these are the inbuilt skills. So but how we can manually create any skills? So to create a manual scripts, you have to first, what you have to do, you have to go to the .cloud. Here this is your Claude. So create a skills folder. So I just created this skills folder actually before starting this video. So you see here there is nothing inside this folder right now, but if you don't have this folder, just go to .cloud and create this skills folder. Once you create this skills folder, you can create any skills here. So how we can create the skills? So let me go back to our inbuilt skills. So if you see all the inbuilt skills, first you have to create a folder with the skill name. So let's do one by one. So I'm using the same approach. So I have the skills folder here. So let me create a, for example, create a folder here. So I'm creating a skills to explain the SQL. So in Oracle, so I'm Oracle guy. So if you have a structured query language, any SQL query, so I want Claude to explain that SQL query and give me some recommendation how I can optimize that query. So to do that, just let me do explain SQL. So this is the name of the skill that you wants to create. And once you go inside that folder, you have to create a skill markdown file called skill. So if I go any of them, for example, canvas design, you see I have to create this file. I don't need to create license and all this because license is the because this is the Anthropic they created inbuilt, so they have this license file, and these are the whatever this skill need, like any Python script, any fonts or anything that they can create. But I'm just creating this skill for now, okay, because I'm just creating a very simple skill. So here, let me go back and create a file here. So I have create. So this is my notepad plus plus. So this is the skill I created. So name, explain SQL, description, explain SQL query in simple language. You are a senior database developer. You are a senior, let me just write down, senior Oracle database developer. When user gives SQL query, explain SQL query step by step, explain purpose in simple language, break down each clause, highlight business logic, suggest optimization. So this is a simple skill I created and save it as a skill.md file. So let me save it in this folder. So let me copy this folder first. Change the folder. So here choose the markdown file. Where is the markdown file? Okay, here, and just put here skill and save it. So you see here I created this file here in the explain dash SQL skill. So our skill is created. So let's go back to our Claude. Let me come out from this Claude and start again. Let's do skills, enter. So you see here we have all the inbuilt skills, and at the end I just created this skill explain dash SQL, right? So this is how we can use. So let me go back and use explain. So if you see, just you write down explain, it will show you explain SQL. So click that to load that skill. So you see Now it's saying, I'm ready to explain SQL queries. Please provide the SQL query you would like me to analyze, and I will break it down step by step, explain its purpose and everything. So let me I just Google it, like any query, just a random query, and let me paste here. So I just give this query. Let's see how skills will explain this query and give some recommendation for the optimization. So who doesn't know and who is not from the database side, this is just the SQL query, structured query language, which is used in database and most of the relational databases. So yeah, you see how fast it just explained the query. SQL query explanation. This is the purpose. This query retrieves a list of ID pairs along with old and new information matching records across three tables where names match between the old and new records. Step by step breakdown of all the steps. And here is the business logic. And here is the optimization, suggested optimization. Add where clause if you only want records where the name matches. Consider inner join, case insensitive matching. Remove this distinct if unnecessary. So you see how nicely it explains the SQL query, business logic, and give us some recommendation for the optimization. So this is how you can create any skills manually. And so this is like I showed you how you can use the inbuilt skills in Cloud Code and how you can create the manual scripts. Now the last I will show you how you can create the skills using skill creator. So if I just do slash, you see the skill creator. So there is a skill creator skill inside the Cloud Code that we can use to create a skill. So you don't need to create your own skill like we did just now manually, like explain SQL, right? So I can do this using skill creator. You don't need to create the skill file, so it will do it for you. So let me try that. Skill creator, yeah. You see here, skill creator is loaded. So I'm ready to help you create or improve a skill. So you cannot just only create a skill. If you already have skill, you can also improve a skill. So that you can do. So create a new skill, improve an existing skill, optimize a skill description. So let me try to create create me a skill that generate okay, that generates YouTube banner. So I'm just creating a skill that can generate a YouTube banner. If we give any like channel name, so let's see how it works. So creating a skill that generates YouTube banner image based on the channel title. So if I give channel title, I'm expecting to it will give me the banner image. So based on the channel title provided by user, um, please include, don't need to write, please include title name in the banner. Use HTML, CSS or JS. um, should be in PNG format, light background, add some emojis. I'm just writing like you can do anything, and let me just remove this. I don't want too much. And make professional and appealing to user. Make image more professional and appealing. So just give you can create skills to new skills with the like whatever you like, and I'm just creating this for to generate a banner image. So let's see how it works. So you see here, when I ask him, it asks, I will help you to create a YouTube banner generation skills. Let me ask a few questions to make sure I build exactly what you need. So you see how nice it is. So when I creating a skill, it also asking some questions so it can create skills little better. So first is banner dimension. YouTube recommends this much pixel with safe area of this much pixel. Should the skill generates the full banner or focus on the safe area? So let me say focus on safe area. Sorry. So focus on safe area and design preference. Any specific color scheme or should it be dynamic based on the channel name? Any particular style? Okay. So we can give anything like as per his recommendations. Should it include any decorative elements? Okay. Should be modern style. Let me say modern style. It's okay. Decorative I'm not giving. Any font preference? So let me give bold. Should the title be centered? Okay. Title should be centered. And additional content, should it include tagline, subtitle? Add tagline, let's say. Okay. Where should the PNG be saved? Current directory specified. Okay. Saved in current directory. For now, I will assume full banner dimensions. No, don't assume. Does this sound okay? Let me just. So asking to Claude request permission to write a file. Okay. Yes. So it says it's already do all this stuff, create and script will add the all this stuff. So do you want to create skill.md? Yes. So you see it asking to proceed again, because when we create a skill, it basically creates some Python files and also that it will use when it will use those skills. So we let me say yes. So here you see the it says the skill is created. Let me test it with a sample banner to make sure it works. So the script works. Now let me create test case for evaluation. So if you see in that folder, it will create a folder, the YouTube banner generator, and it will create a skill markdown file. It will create another folder called evals. This is basically for evaluation, and it will use some test cases to test that skills. So everything is done here by Claude Code. You don't need to worry about anything. You see here now the skills already created, but now it's just creating this file. Basically it has to copy the files, it creating the files in this folder, and it's creating the error here writing the files. So we don't need this eval file is basically optional. Just to let you know, this is the optional file. Main is the skill file that we needed, so that already created. So it's getting some error message to copy that file. So let me just interrupt it here. Let me do the escape. Oh, I don't want that. So let me go there first where it created that skill file. Let me here. So let me go to skills. You see YouTube generator is here. Skill is here. And these are all the scripts, whatever it needs is in the Python file it's created. So it's created everything, whatever we need. It's just the evaluation file is folder is empty. This is for the evaluation testing purpose. If it's not there, that's fine. This is optional. So we have our skill here. So let's test it now. So if I say skills, enter, you see the YouTube generator skill is created, right? So if I go and say sorry, YouTube banner generator, click here. So it will load that skill. You see, I'll help you to generate a YouTube banner. First, let me check the script and then ask for the required information. So it's reading the file already, but again, it's failed on API request. So something is wrong. So let me go back there. I have to try again. Okay. So I'll help you to create a YouTube banner. I need a few details. What's your channel title? Do you have a tagline or a slogan you would like to include? Please provide your channel title and I will generate the banner for you. You see, it's loaded now. So I would say create a YouTube banner for my channel AI practitioner. Let's see. Work on the skills in the Claude Code. So you see here the command requires approval. Okay. Yes. So basically, it's asked me, can it use this Python file that is, so I said yes. Again, it's a provider API failed. Okay. So it's failing actually. So try again. Okay, so here your YouTube banner has been created. This is the banner details, channel title, a practitioner dimensions. This is the file it created. The banner feature a modern light create. Okay, so this is nice. So where is the banner? Let me check. So just to let you know, before I am getting this error message, provider API request failed. This is because of my internet. My internet connection is little doing not good today, disconnected few times, so that's why I'm getting this error message, and the Cloud Code not able to connect with the LLM using API, so that's why I'm getting this error. So now it's created, so let me see where is YouTube banner.png. Go here, skills, clip should be here. Here YouTube banner, so let me double click this. Forward. Okay, so this is the banner it created, AI practitioner. This is the banner it created using the skills. So this is nice. It's little light color. It should be little dark at the background, so we can change. So, but this is how you can use the. You can create your own custom skills and you can use it. And also, once it uses you, it's not like you cannot change using skill creator. If I show you again, skill creator, you see, you can also modify. You see, create new skills, modify and improve. So if the same skills you can modify as well using the skill creator. So this is very nice to use skills. So in this video, as I showed you how to use the already inbuilt skills with given by Anthropic, and I showed you how I created the website page, and then you can do the manual. You can create the skill file, the markdown file, and test it out. And also, if you don't want to create the manual, you there is a skill creator skills provided by Anthropic that you can use to create any skills and use it, that I showed you in the last. So is it for the this video, and if you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the like button, and I'll come up with some new ideas next time. So thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye.